Hello, fellow FSMs. My name is Mike Ambrosino. I just recently hit $100,000 in career sales, and lately I've been having great success on the phone and with recommendations. And I would have gotten to $100,000 a lot quicker had I done what I'm implementing now. So I'm talking about the heads up system, and it's been very effective for me. And I want to add value to the rest of you guys out there who despise doing phone time, because I no longer despise doing phone time due to everybody knowing that they're going to be receiving a call from me, so it's very easy to set up appointments. So just to go over some quick results of me doing this, since I've been doing this, every single person that I come in contact with knows that I'm going to be calling, and a lot of the times I don't even have to go through the script. It's more or less just, hey, when do you want to come over? So I will put that script of what I send to each one of my customers at the end of each presentation and forward to them so they can forward to their friends. I will put that on FSM Magic as well as Box.net, and I'll take responsibility for adding the value to the rest of you guys. So I've literally had zero people, be any sort of rude, mean to me at all. If anybody's not going to set up the appointment for any reason at all, it's very polite, and they're even willing to give me a couple recommendations at times as well. And 90%, that's right, 90% of the people that I call set up appointments with me, and it's on the first time as well. So it saves me a lot of time. So the way I usually start this off is it's a self-perpetuating system. I talk about it in the beginning of the demonstration about recommendations and whatnot, and I'm like, you know how Susie sent you an email letting you know that I was going to be giving you a call? And they're like, yeah, totally, totally. And I'm like, well, I actually wrote that email. Could you imagine had you not gotten an email from me and just totally had some random guy calling you up trying to talk to you about kitchen cutlery? You probably wouldn't have set up the appointment. So what everybody does for me, and it's a lot easier for you, because would you want to give out your friends' names and numbers and not give them any consent at all? Probably be a little bit awkward for you. And they agree, smile and nod. And I tell them how important it is for me that every single person knows that I'm calling, because it's much more efficient. And I don't want it to be like a cold call. I want it to be like they have a sense of who I am initially when I'm calling. So it's really important that they see the value on both ends, knowing that I'm going to be able to set up the appointment and I'm not going to be able to do my job properly unless people know that I'm going to be giving them a call, and as well as them understanding that it's much better for them in the long run. Their friends are going to have, a much easier time setting up appointments. They're not going to be caught off guard or anything like that. Every single person knows that I'm going to be calling. So it's very, very easy to implement. I tell them, Mrs. Jones, it's as simple as I'm going to send you the email, the one that Sally sent you. And they're like, yeah, I know, it was really well written. I wasn't expecting that from her. I'm like, yeah, that's because I wrote it. I want to make it as simple as possible for you, because I know that, I'm so grateful for you actually setting up the appointment with me today. So I just want to express my gratitude and making things so much simpler for you. So literally all you have to do at the end, like I mentioned, I am going to ask you if you know anybody just nice enough to sit down with me, and then we're also going to forward them an email. So you don't have to do any work besides clicking a mouse a few times. Can you click a mouse for me a few times? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So it's very easy to implement this system. And just to give you an idea what exactly this email would say, I send this to every single one of my customers at the end of every single day. So if I do a presentation, I'm very, very consistent in making sure it gets done that exact day, because if it's not done that same exact day, they're going to forget, or it's just going to be, they're not going to have the same lasting impression. I also ask them for a few more names and numbers. So this is the beginning of the demonstration. Repeatedly throughout my presentation, I mentioned that the most important thing to me is meeting new people, because I can't randomly cold call people, or I can't knock on doors. I can only see people that I've been personally introduced to, and I get paid regardless of sales. So literally anyone over 25 and works qualifies. So here are a few thought joggers, and I give them there's probably like 20 here. So that's like another 20 qualified people that if they didn't have any names on the spot, you can send to them as well. But I find that we always call our customers back for like orders and stuff like that, and trying to create CPO, but we never call them back for referrals. So I send this email to them like before they have the script of what to send to their friends, so that's the first thing that they read. And I'll put that on FSM Magic as well, but the script sort of sounds like this. I have two different segments. One is if it's the first time you see in Cutco. Hey, Sally, I just want to let you know I had a nice young man named Mike Ambrosino stop by our house the other day. He was sending a great product in Cutco, If you haven't heard of Cutco, they're great. Michael's an Iona Prep graduate and currently attending Iona College in New Rochelle and paying his way through college through his Cutco earnings, and is also pursuing a scholarship that the company offers for their top representatives. Now, the company pays him just to show Cutco or sharpen it if you have any. Now, I thought you might want to take a look because I really like the product and happen to have purchased some. I thought maybe you would like to just check it out. I just want to let you know that he may contact you in the next few weeks. If you have any major objections, let me know. But I think you'll really enjoy meeting Michael just as I did. Take care. And also, if I sharpen your Cutco, I just want to let you know I had a nice young man named Michael Ambrosino stop by our house the other day. He comes by, once a year, sharpens our Cutco knives. If you haven't heard of Cutco, they're great. Michael's an Iona Prep grad, currently attending Iona College, paying his way through college through his Cutco earnings and pursuing a scholarship that the company offers for the top representatives. I thought you might be able to just take a look because we've had our Cutco for a ton of years now. We really like them. I just thought I'd let you know that he might be contacting you in the next few weeks. If you have any major objections, definitely let me know. But it's very important that you follow up with your customers and make sure that they're called, because sometimes they don't send the email. So it's up to you to make sure that every single person sends the email. So I'll consistently follow up with people, making sure that the email has been sent. Because if the email is not sent, it's really not as effective. So make sure that you follow up with your customers. And I'm sure everybody's had times where people say, I'll email you. I'll consistently email out the same email with a couple of different changes in the verbiage to make sure that they're seeing that I'm very persistent. And several times it's happened where people have emailed me back eventually after maybe like a week or two, where they have, at least a couple of names for me, a couple more if they didn't give me any right on the spot. So it's really easy to implement, and it's a self-perpetuating system. Once somebody does it, then the next person's going to be expecting it. So if Sally got the email and she sent the email to Susie, Susie's going to send the email to Jessica, who's going to send it to Jamie. It's just going to continuously go on and on and on and on and on. It's very easy to name drop all the people that she mentioned. So I hope this helps you guys out a ton. I'm going to put this document on FSM Magic, and definitely if you have any questions, follow up with me. I'm very easy to approach. You can add me on Facebook, and keep rocking out.